now the latest on the wide world of tropics. Hypo hurricane outlook for May the 24th. So the strongest thing we have still is Hypo, even though it's a tropical depression now, and looks like it might die very soon. Probably will be gone by our next advisory or the advisory after that. However, it won't be quiet as the Eastern Pacific continues to show signs of activity to take the Western Pacific's place. The North Atlantic continues to stay quiet, so at this point it seems like we're not going to get an early storm this year, which is good because no one wants an early storm, because usually that means we're going to have quite a horrible season for people. But we don't got an early storm. In fact, we won't even have a storm as we get into June. So maybe we're looking for a pretty quiet Atlantic this year, but we'll just have to wait and see. In the Eastern Pacific, Invest 90E was designated, still has a 50% chance, just like our last advisory. However, by May 26th, it's forecast to enter a dry air and wind shear, and conditions will become too unfavorable for any development of 90E, so it's running out of time, and it looks like we might not see Alvin in May, even though there is another area of interest with a 20% chance. That's not forecast to form until around like the end of May, so even if it does become a tropical storm, it will definitely be in June. So we can safely say if 90E doesn't form, we will not have a May storm this year in the Eastern Pacific. In the Western Pacific, Tropical Depression Hypo is still dying off as it moves over China now. It'll definitely be dead by our next advisory or the advisory after that. It's not likely to regenerate. It doesn't have enough time to make it into the South China Sea. It's currently at 35 miles per hour, so it really went down since the last advisory yesterday. But after Hypo dies, we're expecting a quiet time in the Western Pacific, as we don't have anything else expected in the Western Pacific, not until even in June. So we should see some quiet activity for the next couple of weeks in the Western Pacific after this. We're just going to get straight to the point in the North Indian Ocean. Nothing expected. We're not going to see anything until September at this point, as we don't have anything still, and nothing expected in the next 7 days ever since the very weak system we had earlier. It didn't do much, so we're really quiet. We only had one storm in this basin so far this year. After that, it's been real quiet. We haven't even had a Category 1 yet, but that should change by September. If not, this would be quite a weird season for the North Indian Ocean. The names remain the same, and the North Atlantic still waiting for Andrea. We might not see that until at least June, though. In the Eastern Pacific, will we get Alvin in May? We'll have to wait and see if 90E makes it. Central Pacific still waits for Iona. So help me if it takes another 5 years for Iona to form. That would just be absolutely pathetic, which means we won't see a Central Pacific storm for another 5 years after Iona forms in 5 years. But I doubt the Central Pacific would just keep doing that. If it does, that would be very weird. The Western Pacific still waiting for Nimbus. We might not see that for a while. North Indian Ocean, we will for sure not see Indra until at least maybe September, unless somehow we get a random storm that spins up. Well, that's all for today. This is kind of late, and I'm about to go to sleep after this, but we'll see you tomorrow for the next tropical Hypo hurricane outlook, which will actually be only in a couple hours probably, but I'm going to sleep now. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.